Hi, Matt and Julie. Thank you so much for, meeting with us today. And gosh, we so appreciate you taking the time out. Today's an exciting day. You had the closing on your home.
Yes, very exciting.
Awesome. And you get to stay in your home until your new home is built. So,
Yes, thankfully.
absolutely. What a great opportunity. So, well, let me just ask, what concerns did, you have when making the decision to sell and buy your next home? And, how did Scott and I help you navigate, any objections or, concerns that you had in the process?
So one concern that I did have was how it would work between selling our house and getting into the next one without having to move into a hotel or apartment, and just making sure that, we had a place for our family to live during that process. And we were able to come up with a solution and put it in our agreement that we would need to have a flexible arrangement, just kind of depending on how long it would take for us to get in suitable housing. So we were able to do the rent back program, and that was pretty amazing since it's worked out pretty smoothly, and we're able to stay here until our next house is ready. So I think that's one of my biggest concerns, and we were able to kind of get around that. So it's been great.
Yeah, I'm a pretty laid-back person, and I think she was maybe a little more nervous about the process, but you guys delivered. It's been really a great opportunity because we didn't know about the rent-back situation, and we were, wondering how it was all going to play out. And so far, it's been a textbook process and without any hiccups. So we're excruciatingly grateful on that aspect.
Well, that's great. We're glad it worked out for you. One of the other things we're just kind of curious about, what benefits for you and your family when you bought and sold, when you did, and in this current market?
Well, I think, it's pretty apparent that it's a competitive market. Going into this, thought process of trying to even consider selling our house, it was fueled by the fact that things are going quickly, so we kind of had some confidence on the front end that the place would sell. I mean, we put a lot of effort into this place, and it did exactly that. It sold very quickly. But, the question was, the purchase side of things, that's been, an easy process too. You guys have been making it very, very streamlined for us. And, any lack of confidence that we may have had in that process, you've filled the gaps perfectly for us. We haven't even really had to think about it.
Awesome.
That's thank you so much for sharing that. That means the world to us. And what made you choose to work with Scott and myself? You had other options.
It kind of stemmed off of one of my past coworkers actually recommended Scott when we bought the house that we're in currently. And one thing that I really like about working with Scott is he has a background in building houses already.
Scott's got a great background with not only having businesses himself, but just the general knowledge of construction. And, I know a little bit, just enough to be, to get myself in trouble maybe. So it's been a great opportunity to walk into a home and not necessarily have to try to explain all my worries or confidence in the houses with my wife when Scott's right there like, hey, here's what's up. This place is going to do great. Maybe we should consider these other opportunities considering these problems that may, surface. Scott's just got a great background to give us confidence in the showings that we would have and the opportunities that eventually presented themselves, which we're grateful for.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the kind words. And it's just been a great opportunity for us to be able to work with you again, too. And just so happy for the two of you and the stage you're at in your life and all the opportunities. And, you're smart. You took advantage of things, and it's really paying off for you well.
Well, we'll see. But, it's been a fun process. And, I don't want to put all the highlights on you, Scott. It's been a really cool experience getting to know your wife as well and having the opportunity to work with her. I mean, our house sold. It's a great market, but the extras that you guys provided and the reason why we went with you guys again, or at least with you again, Scott, and then now with Ann, they're obvious for us. And I think in the future, hopefully we don't want to say we're going to sell right away, but if for any reason we were to, you'd be our first choice.
Thank you so much.
You.
We really appreciate that. So, One very last question. What advice would you give to others that are maybe on the fence, about buying and selling? What would your recommendations be to them in this crazy market?
Well, as far as the selling side of things, now's the time. I mean, there's not enough houses for the amount of buyers out there, at least in our experience. Going into this, we had before I think the date that this place was available, we had like 25 or some, more showings already wanting to be requested. We had phone calls of people sight unseen making offers. We had a bid war. We had multiple offers. I mean, it's just you can't ask for a better situation on the selling side. The things that you guys did with marketing and just various communication of this place and the way it was set up and presented was just impeccable. It was obviously done right because it went quick, but the purchase side is also an awesome opportunity for us. We're locking into a bigger home. It's got more assets for us and our family to expand, and then on top of it, we're going to invest into something that's got a low interest rate. So we're going to pay less interest moving forward over the years and be able to do what we need to do and what we want to do with our family, expand, whatever. We now have hope more so than we maybe did in our current home for us in our situation. So both sides of it has been awesome and awesome. Going into this, I assumed the purchase side would be daunting, but at least in our experience with you guys, it's been amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So we appreciate you guys, and it's not over. After closing, we'd love to keep in touch with you for years to come. So thanks again.
Well, if there's others of you out there watching that have worked with us before, we'd love to hear your story and share your successes and how we were able to help you. Click on the link below and reach out to us, and we'll be happy to work with you to get that done. And thanks for watching.